You won't believe the chaos that erupted around YNW Melly last night. Fans are completely shook, and the internet is buzzing nonstop. A shocking new piece of footage allegedly showing one of the most controversial incidents in Melly's life just leaked, and sources say his reaction was nothing short of explosive. Eyewitnesses claim that Melly completely lost it after seeing the video, screaming and confronting those closest to him, and what started as a tense discussion quickly escalated into a full-blown emotional meltdown. The drama didn't stop there. Friends, family, and even longtime collaborators were reportedly dragged into the chaos, and emotions ran so high that the room was left in total disarray. Rumors are now spreading that the video was leaked by someone Melly once trusted deeply, leaving fans questioning loyalty, betrayal, and even the intentions of those around him. The family is divided, social media is divided, and fans can't stop talking about the confrontation. Some are defending Melly, some are speculating about revenge, and others are trying to figure out what this means for his career. What exactly happened behind closed doors? Stay tuned, because the details coming out are shocking, dramatic, and could change everything you thought you knew about YNW Melly. The night started off calm, or at least, that's what everyone thought. YNW Melly was at his private residence, surrounded by a few close friends and associates, just winding down after a long week of studio sessions and interviews. But what was meant to be a quiet evening quickly turned into absolute chaos. Around 10:45 p.m., one of his friends, who sources say had been acting strange all week, pulled out his phone and hesitated for a moment before showing Melly something that would ignite a firestorm. When Melly saw the screen, witnesses describe his reaction as pure shock, followed by an eruption of anger that left everyone in the room frozen. "You've got to be kidding me," Melly shouted, throwing his hands into the air. His voice was shaking, and tears were reportedly glistening in his eyes, though it was unclear if it was from rage or frustration. "How could you even have this? Who gave this to you?" The friend tried to explain, but the words barely came out before Melly cut him off, pacing the room and demanding answers. Emotions ran high, voices clashed, and fans following the situation online immediately began speculating. Was this leaked footage new? Was it authentic? And most importantly, who was behind it? Eyewitnesses claim the footage in question allegedly shows a night that fans have talked about for years, but have never seen in full detail. While the authenticity of the video is still under debate, the effect on Melly was undeniable. He was shaking, visibly frustrated, and reportedly confronted everyone in the room, asking why someone would betray him like this. "I trusted you, man. I trusted all of you," he screamed, slamming his fist against a nearby table. The friend, looking pale and nervous, tried to calm him down, insisting he didn't mean for it to get out. But Melly was relentless. "Did you even think for 1 second about what this would do? To me, to my career, to my family?" According to sources close to the rapper, the confrontation didn't end there. Melly allegedly started calling other people in his circle, questioning who else might have seen the footage, and accusing some of being in on it from the beginning. "Everybody's talking behind my back," he allegedly yelled into the phone, his tone furious. "I've been loyal to everyone here, and now I find out this is happening?" The friend who had shown him the video reportedly tried to apologize repeatedly, but every word seemed to inflame Melly more. Emotions ran so high that at one point, witnesses say he stormed out of the room, only to return moments later with a renewed sense of intensity, demanding the phone and every piece of digital evidence. Meanwhile, social media started to explode as fans picked up on the story almost immediately. Clips from live streams of Melly's friends hinting at tension began circulating, and speculation spread like wildfire. Some fans defended Melly, expressing outrage over the alleged betrayal, while others questioned whether the video was real at all. "I don't know if this is real or fake, but seeing him lose it like that? I can't blame him," one fan tweeted. Another chimed in, "If this footage drops, it's going to ruin him forever." The community was split, emotions were high, and everyone was waiting to see what would happen next. Inside the house, the drama didn't just involve Melly and his friend. Sources report that other associates present tried to mediate, but the intensity of the moment made it nearly impossible. Some tried to separate the two men, while others reportedly begged Melly to take a breath and calm down. But he was relentless. "You don't get it. This isn't just about me. This is about everything we've worked for," he allegedly shouted, gesturing wildly. His anger was so intense that witnesses say furniture was nearly knocked over, and the energy in the room became almost unbearable. The tension was palpable, and even those who weren't directly involved could feel the storm brewing. Family dynamics reportedly began surfacing as well. Sources claim Melly's siblings and close family members were immediately informed of the situation, and not everyone reacted the same way. Some were supportive, standing by him and expressing concern over the betrayal, while others allegedly questioned his reaction, suggesting that he might be overreacting or misplacing his anger. The family was left divided, and friends in the room reported hearing phrases like, "You're turning on everyone you love for nothing," thrown back and forth. The combination of anger, shock, and fear created a highly volatile environment. As the night progressed, insiders say that Melly began to reveal more about his own personal stakes. The rapper allegedly expressed fear that this footage, if released publicly, could completely derail his career. "They want to ruin me," he reportedly said, pacing and speaking to anyone who would listen. "They want to make me look like something I'm not. And I can't let that happen. Not now, not ever." He reportedly shared intimate details about his fears, showing that the situation was more than just anger. It was deeply personal. Fans who caught wind of these conversations on social media expressed sympathy, while others continued to speculate wildly about the content of the footage and its implications. Adding fuel to the fire, some of Melly's associates reportedly suggested confronting the person who leaked the footage directly, leading to a heated debate that only heightened the tension. Voices were raised, accusations were thrown, and at one point, an associate allegedly exclaimed, "We can't let this slide. Not after everything he's done." This statement reportedly triggered an even more intense reaction from Melly, who began demanding names and details, insisting he needed to know exactly who had betrayed him and how far the leak had spread. The energy in the house reportedly became so electric that witnesses compared it to a storm about to break. Even the friend who initially shared the footage reportedly started breaking down. "I didn't mean for this to happen," he allegedly whispered, looking desperate and remorseful. But Melly was unrelenting. "It's too late for that. You should have thought about the consequences," he allegedly shouted, tears mixing with anger. The drama was so intense that some associates reportedly stepped outside to take a moment to breathe, while others stayed inside, unwilling to leave him alone in such a critical moment. By the end of the night, sources say that the scene had calmed somewhat, but the tension didn't fully dissipate. Melly reportedly retreated to a private space, while the others remained in shock, unsure of what would happen next. The friend who leaked, or rather, shared, the footage was reportedly left reeling, facing the full brunt of Melly's wrath and the judgment of those around him. Social media continued to buzz, with fans dissecting every post, comment, and leaked snippet of conversation, all trying to piece together what happened behind closed doors. The night marked the beginning of a dramatic saga that insiders say is far from over. With emotions running high, family and friends divided, and fans watching every move, the fallout from this one video could change YNW Melly's life in ways no one could have predicted. And while the authenticity of the footage is still being debated, one thing is clear. Melly's world was shaken to the core, and the ripple effects are just starting to hit. The next morning, the fallout from the previous night was already making waves online. Fans were dissecting every post, every snippet of conversation, and every reaction that had leaked from the house. Social media was divided. Some defended Melly, calling the leak disgusting and a betrayal of trust, while others speculated about the authenticity of the footage. The energy online mirrored the chaos that had unfolded behind closed doors, and insiders say Melly was hyper-aware of the public's attention. "They're going to try to twist this," he reportedly said to a close associate, pacing his room. "They don't understand what's really happening, and I won't let them." Even as Melly's inner circle tried to strategize, tensions escalated within the group. Witnesses claimed that some friends felt Melly's reaction was extreme, while others thought it was justified. Heated arguments reportedly broke out over what to do with the footage, who could be trusted, and how to handle the potential public fallout. "We need to think smart, not emotional," one associate allegedly shouted, gesturing wildly. Melly, however, was not in a reasoning mood. "Emotions are exactly what they want me to have. But I can't ignore what this means," he reportedly responded, his voice cracking with intensity. Sources say that Melly's family became deeply involved at this point. Some siblings reportedly insisted that Melly step back and not confront the person responsible publicly, warning him about the possible consequences. Others, however, encouraged him to go after the leaker, claiming loyalty meant defending oneself at all costs. "We've been through too much to let someone stab us in the back like this," a family member allegedly said, while another pleaded, "Don't do anything that will make it worse, Melly. Think first." The room was reportedly split, and emotions ran so high that some family members allegedly left the house to avoid escalating the tension further. Meanwhile, Melly reportedly contacted other friends outside the immediate circle to verify the story. He wanted to know exactly how far the footage had spread and who else had seen it. "I need every name, every single person," he allegedly said in a phone call, his voice tense and unforgiving. Insiders claim that some of these conversations were heated, with Melly demanding loyalty and accountability from everyone he spoke to. "If you knew about this and didn't tell me, you're part of the problem," he reportedly yelled during one call. Friends and associates described the conversations as emotionally charged, some even saying they had never seen Melly this unhinged before. The leaked footage, according to insiders, reportedly contained moments that fans had only speculated about for years. Whether authentic or not, the content created a storm of emotions within Melly. "This isn't just a video," he allegedly said to one confidant. "This is my life, my reputation, my future." Sources claim that at one point, he became so enraged that he considered taking drastic action, though his friends intervened before things escalated further. Witnesses reported that for several hours, Melly's anger mixed with fear and desperation, creating a volatile combination that made everyone around him anxious. Fans online were quick to notice the tension. Clips of Melly pacing, snippets of conversations, and indirect references from his associates fueled speculation. Some started creating theories about the footage, debating whether it showed moments of guilt, remorse, or something entirely different. Comments were flooding in. "If this drops, it's over for him," one fan wrote. Another said, "I can't imagine what he's feeling right now. I'd lose it too." The internet was essentially acting as an extension of the emotional storm inside Melly's circle, and insiders say he was fully aware of how every move would be scrutinized. Inside the house, Melly's team reportedly convened an emergency meeting to decide next steps. Voices were raised, accusations were made, and emotions continued to run high. "We need to control the narrative before it controls us," one associate allegedly said. Melly, however, wasn't just focused on the public. He was dealing with personal feelings of betrayal. "I trusted people I shouldn't have," he reportedly admitted, his voice breaking. "And now, everything's falling apart." The room reportedly went silent for a moment as the weight of the situation settled on everyone present. As the day went on, another twist emerged. Sources claim that someone close to Melly leaked a private conversation to social media, further fueling speculation and chaos. In the clip, Melly allegedly expressed both fear and fury, claiming that he would find out who was responsible no matter what. Fans immediately shared the clip, and it quickly went viral, making Melly the center of intense online conversation. Comments ranged from sympathetic to critical, with some accusing him of overreacting and others praising him for defending himself. The situation, insiders say, was rapidly spiraling out of control. Adding to the tension, a rumored confrontation between Melly and the friend who originally shared the footage reportedly took place later that day. Witnesses say that Melly confronted him in private, demanding answers about who else might have had access to the video. "If this gets out, it's on you," Melly allegedly said, his tone icy. The friend reportedly tried to explain, insisting that the leak was unintentional and that no one had malicious intent. But Melly was unconvinced. "Intentions don't matter when the consequences are this real," he allegedly shot back, slamming his hand on a nearby table. The confrontation reportedly included moments of raw emotion and vulnerability. Melly allegedly revealed fears about his reputation, career, and family, expressing frustration that people he trusted could betray him in such a devastating way. "You don't understand what this could do to my life," he allegedly said. "I've worked too hard to let this ruin everything." Insiders say that the friend broke down during the confrontation, apologizing repeatedly, but Melly's anger and hurt were so intense that no words seemed enough. Meanwhile, the public continued to speculate. Fans debated endlessly online, creating threads, memes, and theories about the footage, Melly's reaction, and the possible consequences. Some claimed they had insider knowledge, while others simply offered opinions based on incomplete information. The story quickly became one of the most talked about topics in rap news, trending on multiple platforms and forcing commentators, influencers, and even rival artists to weigh in. According to insiders, Melly was fully aware of the online frenzy and reportedly expressed both frustration and determination. "They're going to try to make me the villain," he allegedly said. "But I know the truth, and that's all that matters." Sources also claim that by the evening, Melly's circle had attempted damage control, reaching out to media contacts and fan pages to try and manage the narrative. "We can't let misinformation spread," one associate allegedly said. Melly reportedly agreed, but also insisted that those responsible for the leak needed to be held accountable. The night reportedly ended with more questions than answers, as tensions remained high, emotions were raw, and the ripple effects of the leaked footage continued to spread. By the end of the day, insiders say Melly was exhausted, emotionally drained, but still determined. He reportedly retreated to a private space, where he spent hours thinking, reflecting, and planning his next moves. "I won't let them win," he allegedly whispered to himself. "This ends on my terms." Meanwhile, fans and the internet at large waited anxiously for the next development, knowing that whatever happened next could change everything. The following morning, YNW Melly's world seemed even more chaotic than the night before. Word had leaked online that the footage was circulating among certain fan pages and private groups, and insiders say Melly was livid. "They're not just playing with my image, they're playing with my life," he allegedly shouted during an intense phone call with a close associate. Witnesses claim his voice was shaking with a mixture of anger and fear, the kind of raw emotion that left even the most hardened friends speechless. Emotions ran high in every room he entered, and people reportedly kept their distance, wary of triggering another meltdown. According to sources, the footage had sparked a whirlwind of conflicting reactions. Some friends and associates tried to comfort Melly, telling him to stay calm and think strategically. Others, however, reportedly felt the situation demanded immediate confrontation, encouraging him to track down the source of the leak and demand accountability. "You can't let this slide," one friend allegedly said, pacing behind him. "If you don't confront this now, it'll spiral out of control." Melly reportedly responded with a glare so intense that witnesses described it as cutting right through you. The family, already divided by the initial chaos, reportedly became further embroiled in the drama. Siblings and cousins allegedly weighed in on private calls and texts, with some urging him to be cautious and others insisting that he take action immediately. "This is more than just a video," one family member allegedly texted. "This is about respect, loyalty, and everything you've worked for." Another reportedly replied, "You have to handle this carefully. One wrong move, and the media will eat you alive." The conflicting advice reportedly fueled Melly's frustration, adding another layer of emotional tension to an already explosive situation. Insiders say Melly's anger and paranoia were so intense that he reportedly began checking every message, every social media account, and every conversation with associates to figure out who else might have been involved. "I need to know the truth. Every single person who had access," he allegedly said. Friends described him as obsessive, pacing the room, muttering to himself, and occasionally stopping to demand answers from anyone within earshot. The friend who had originally shown him the footage reportedly apologized again, but Melly was unmoved. "You think saying sorry fixes this?" he allegedly screamed. You don't get it. This is bigger than any apology. By mid-afternoon, Melly reportedly decided to confront the person believed to be the original source of the leak. Witnesses say the meeting was tense from the start, with both parties visibly on edge. "I trusted you with everything, and you go behind my back?" Melly allegedly asked, voice trembling with a combination of rage and hurt. The friend, looking nervous and pale, reportedly tried to defend themselves, claiming it was unintentional and that they never meant for the footage to get out. But Melly was relentless, cutting off every explanation. "Intentions don't matter. Consequences do, and this could ruin me," he allegedly yelled. The confrontation reportedly took on a deeply personal tone, with Melly revealing how the leak had shaken his sense of trust and security. "You know how many people I've looked out for, how many people I've helped. And this is how I get treated," he allegedly said, pacing back and forth. Witnesses claim the friend started crying, pleading for understanding, but Melly's fury only intensified. "I don't even know who to trust anymore," he allegedly shouted. The emotional intensity reportedly left some friends in the room physically shaking, unable to believe the storm unfolding before them. Meanwhile, the leaked footage continued to spread online, fueling speculation and chaos among fans. Social media exploded with comments, debates, and theories. Some fans claimed to have seen the full video, while others swore it was manipulated or staged. "I can't believe he's losing it like this," one fan tweeted. Another added, "If the footage is real, this is going to destroy him." The speculation only amplified Melly's anxiety, as insiders say he was hyper-aware of the growing public attention and how it could impact his career. At one point during the day, Melly reportedly held an emergency meeting with his closest associates to plan their next steps. "We need a strategy. If this footage gets out, we need to control the narrative," he allegedly said, his voice low but intense. Friends reportedly debated endlessly about whether to confront people, go public with statements, or stay quiet and wait. Each suggestion sparked heated arguments, and the atmosphere was reportedly tense enough that some friends temporarily left the house to avoid confrontation. Sources claim that during these discussions, Melly allegedly discovered evidence suggesting that the leak might have been deliberate and that certain individuals had been withholding information from him. The revelation reportedly sparked another intense confrontation. "You knew about this and didn't tell me?" he allegedly shouted, slamming his hand against the wall. Friends described the moment as chaotic, with emotions running so high that furniture was nearly knocked over, and even seasoned associates admitted feeling overwhelmed. "I've never seen him like this," one witness reportedly said. He was completely unhinged, but also in total control of his rage at the same time. It was wild. Adding to the drama, insiders say Melly's family reportedly became more vocal, some expressing fear for his mental state while others allegedly encouraged him to take a hard stance against the betrayal. "You have to defend yourself," one family member reportedly said. Another allegedly warned, "Be careful. This could spiral out of control if you let your anger rule you." The conflicting advice reportedly left Melly torn between revenge and caution, intensifying the emotional storm within the house. As evening approached, sources claim the friend who had originally shared the footage reportedly tried one last time to make amends. "I swear, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry," they allegedly said, looking desperate. Melly reportedly stared silently for a long moment before finally responding, "Sorry doesn't change what's already done. I have to fix this myself." Witnesses say his tone was a mixture of determination, pain, and raw anger, signaling that he had reached a tipping point. Meanwhile, fans online continued to fuel speculation, creating memes, videos, and debates about the footage and Melly's reaction. Social media pages dedicated to the rapper reportedly exploded with activity, and commentators began analyzing every clip, statement, and post for clues about the situation. Some even speculated about possible retaliation, while others discussed the potential impact on Melly's career. Insiders claim the rapper was fully aware of the frenzy and reportedly expressed both frustration and determination to control the narrative. By nightfall, Melly reportedly retreated to a private space to regroup. Sources say he spent hours reflecting, pacing, and speaking privately with his closest allies. "I won't let them make me look weak," he allegedly whispered. "I've got to take control before it's too late." Friends and family, meanwhile, reportedly remained on high alert, aware that the situation could escalate again at any moment. The combination of personal betrayal, public scrutiny, and the emotional intensity of the leaked footage made the night one of the most turbulent in Melly's recent history. Insiders claim that the day ended with more questions than answers. Who leaked the footage? Was it intentional or an accident? How far would the story spread? And most importantly, how would YNW Melly respond next? One thing was certain: emotions had been pushed to the limit, loyalties were being tested, and fans were glued to every development, knowing that the drama was far from over. The tension reached an all-time high the following morning. Insiders say YNW Melly woke up still shaken, haunted by the leaked footage and the chaos it had caused. Reports claim he immediately started making calls, determined to piece together exactly who was involved and how far the situation had spread. "I need answers before this spirals even further," he allegedly said, voice low but filled with intensity. Friends who answered the calls reportedly described the conversation as a mix of fury, desperation, and raw emotion, the kind of energy that left even the most loyal associates trembling. Sources claim that Melly's inner circle held another emergency meeting later that day. Emotions were reportedly running sky-high, with some allies urging calm and others insisting that action needed to be taken immediately. "We can't let them manipulate this," one associate allegedly said, gesturing angrily. "We need to show strength." Melly, still visibly upset, reportedly responded, "Strength isn't just about aggression, it's about control. If I don't control this, no one else will." Witnesses say the room became tense, the mix of frustration and anxiety almost palpable. As the day unfolded, rumors began circulating that the footage had been leaked intentionally, possibly as a betrayal by someone very close to Melly. Friends reportedly debated whether to confront the alleged leaker directly or to try to handle the matter privately. "You can't just sit back and do nothing," one insider allegedly said. "This is your life, your career, your reputation on the line." Melly reportedly nodded, pacing back and forth, muttering under his breath, I know, but if I act wrong, it could all blow up in my face." The emotional tension, insiders claim, was unlike anything they had ever witnessed. Around mid-afternoon, sources say that Melly finally decided to face the situation head-on. Witnesses report that he summoned the friend who originally shared the footage, along with a few others who had been rumored to have knowledge of the leak. The confrontation, insiders say, was electric, with accusations, denials, and raw emotion filling the room. "I trusted you. All of you," Melly allegedly shouted, his voice echoing with anger and pain. The friend reportedly tried to explain, insisting it had been unintentional, but Melly was relentless. "Intentions don't mean a damn thing. Consequences do," he allegedly yelled, slamming a hand on a nearby table. The emotional intensity reportedly escalated when family members joined the confrontation. Siblings and cousins, who had been offering conflicting advice for days, allegedly voiced their opinions openly. Some urged Melly to remain calm, warning him about the potential fallout of aggressive action. Others encouraged him to confront the betrayal head-on. "You've been loyal to everyone here," one family member reportedly said. "Now they owe you the same. Don't let them walk over you." Another allegedly cautioned, "Think carefully. One wrong move, and this could destroy more than just reputations." The room, insiders claim, was filled with tension so thick it was almost suffocating. At one point, witnesses say Melly turned directly to the friend responsible for the initial leak. "Do you understand what you've done?" he allegedly demanded, his voice shaking with a mixture of fury and hurt. The friend reportedly broke down, apologizing repeatedly, but Melly's anger, fueled by days of emotional turmoil, apparently wouldn't subside. "Sorry doesn't fix what's already out there," he allegedly shouted. Friends and family in the room reportedly tried to mediate, but Melly's emotional state made compromise nearly impossible. Meanwhile, social media continued to explode. Fans dissected every snippet of the situation, creating memes, videos, and debates about the footage, Melly's reaction, and the potential outcomes. Some fans defended Melly, calling the leak a disgusting betrayal, while others speculated about whether the footage was authentic or manipulated. "If this footage drops, it's over for him," one fan wrote. Another tweeted, "I can't imagine what he's feeling. Losing trust like this is brutal." The frenzy online reportedly mirrored the chaos inside Melly's house, fueling further anxiety. Sources say that by evening, Melly made a decision to handle the situation privately but firmly. He reportedly instructed friends and family to secure all copies of the footage, confront anyone who might have had access, and take steps to control the narrative. "We're not letting this get out of hand," he allegedly said. Friends reportedly nodded, though insiders claim some remained nervous about whether the situation could be fully contained. The atmosphere, however, was tense but focused, with everyone aware that the next steps could define Melly's personal and professional life for months to come. As the night progressed, the drama reportedly took another turn. Insiders say a rumored second video surfaced online, showing additional moments that some believed were related to the original footage. Melly reportedly found out almost immediately and reacted with a mixture of disbelief and fury. "Are you kidding me?" Another one, he allegedly shouted, pacing his room. Friends who witnessed his reaction described it as almost surreal, the mix of rage, fear, and determination creating a stormy energy that left everyone on edge. Family reportedly became more vocal at this stage. Some siblings expressed concern for Melly's mental and emotional health, urging him not to let the situation consume him. Others reportedly continued to insist that he defend himself and take accountability for confronting the leaker. "You can't show weakness," one family member allegedly said. "You have to stand your ground." Another reportedly countered, "You also can't let anger control you. Think before acting." The emotional push and pull, insiders claim, left Melly visibly conflicted, torn between loyalty, revenge, and strategy. Sources claim that late into the night, Melly held a private conversation with a friend who leaked the footage. Witnesses say the conversation was intense, with moments of anger, regret, and, surprisingly, reflection. "You've hurt me in ways you don't even understand," Melly allegedly said, voice low but fierce. The friend reportedly continued apologizing, expressing remorse and claiming it was never intended to cause damage. "I know," Melly allegedly replied, "but intent doesn't undo what's been done." Friends present reportedly described the exchange as raw and emotional, a culmination of days of betrayal, confrontation, and heightened drama. Meanwhile, fans online continued to speculate about the entire saga. Social media accounts, fan pages, and comment threads exploded with theories, reactions, and predictions about what might happen next. Some claimed insider knowledge, while others debated the authenticity of the videos. "I've been following this closely," one fan tweeted. "If he reacts the way I think he will, this could be the most dramatic moment in rap news history." Others commented, "I don't know if the footage is real, but seeing him lose it like this, I get it." By the early hours of the next morning, insiders say Melly had begun to regroup and strategize. Friends and family reportedly helped him take stock of the situation, focusing on protecting his career and personal reputation while also addressing the betrayal that had rocked his circle. "We have to handle this carefully, but we can't ignore it," he allegedly said. Witnesses described him as exhausted but resolute, a mix of emotions that left everyone in the room tense, but aware that Melly was taking control of his narrative. The night ended with Melly retreating to a private space, reflecting on the past day's events. Sources say he was determined to regain control, protect those he cared about, and address the betrayal he had experienced head-on. The drama, insiders claim, had left an indelible mark on him, but also fueled a renewed sense of focus and determination. "I won't let this define me," he allegedly whispered to himself. "I'll handle this on my terms." Fans, meanwhile, continued to watch every development closely, aware that the saga was far from over and that the next moves could change everything. The aftermath of all this drama has left fans and insiders alike on edge. YNW Melly's world has been shaken to its core, trust has been broken, and the ripple effects of the leaked footage are still being felt. Friends are questioning loyalties, family dynamics have shifted, and the internet is buzzing with speculation over what could possibly happen next. The emotional intensity, confrontations, and raw moments we've detailed show a side of Melly that fans rarely get to see. Vulnerable, furious, and determined all at once. The story isn't just about a leaked video. It's about betrayal, loyalty, and the high stakes of life in the spotlight. Fans are divided. Debates rage across social media, and speculation continues about whether the footage is authentic or manipulated. Some are defending Melly, praising him for standing up to betrayal, while others are analyzing every move he makes, wondering if the fallout could damage his career permanently. One thing is certain, the saga has captivated the public like never before, leaving everyone asking the same question: what will YNW Melly do next? Now, we want to hear from you. What's your take on the leaked footage and the intense drama that followed? Do you think Melly handled it the right way, or did emotions get the better of him? Who do you believe is really behind the betrayal? Drop your opinions in the comments, share your theories, and let us know how you think this story will unfold. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed the deep dive into the drama, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss updates on YNW Melly and all the wild rap news that's blowing up online. Stay tuned, because in this world, the drama never stops, and you'll want to be here for every shocking moment.